The export of kangaroo meat, as with all meat exported from Australia, is highly regulated to ensure it meets the highest standards of food safety and importing country requirements. The Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry, on behalf of the Australian Government, is responsible for regulating Australia's agricultural exports. Australia is one of the few countries in the world to have dedicated food export legislation. This legislation provides greater assurance of food safety and integrity to our international trading partners. Australia's meat inspection system is supported by the Export Control Act 1982 and its underlying export control orders. This legislation covers wild game meat, such as kangaroo meat. It requires export game processing plants to comply with the Australian standards and meet all export requirements as well as those of importing countries. Every wild game export processing plant in Australia must be registered and meet the stringent conditions in the export control orders and the Australian standard for the hygienic production of wild game meat for human consumption. This system involves the checking and verification of risks throughout the food chain, using specifically trained and accredited field harvesters, field depot chiller operators, accredited transporters, export registered wild game processors, state food authority officers, on-plant and senior government veterinarians.